part of club. You can't exactly launch the car down there anymore in these conditions. But Jelly, 2.3 seconds off the pace. Is this due to the weather, or did he just have a bad lap? Because I've seen drivers have bad laps after he set a good one. But I want to take a look at where Clark is right now. Where is Clark? Is he still up for the middle sector? Automatic camera is not being kind to us today. But someone is finishing their lap right now. And it's Gonzalez who doesn't improve. Choi improves to go P12. Joe China improves to go 16th. That's a decent improvement. Very, very decent, given that he didn't run off the track this time. Arnold doesn't improve, 6 tenths off. Andreoli. Can he improve? No, yes, he goes P20. P20 for him. For my second in the championship. Chobot 14th. Rosa doesn't improve. Thomas Anderson is not improving. He's holding up Oscar and his compatriot. And it looks like to me Kulisic has improved to go P10. It looks like to me the track is could be pretty much the same actually as it
Yeah.
was before.
Oh, look, Kirby's also on an improvement at the moment.
And he's holding up another car.
Yeah.
Means the other car could his teammate of Denholm could be improving as well. Kirby goes P20, Denholm goes P10. That wasn't a good lap for Kirby. Huh?
It was a better lap than his first one, but still not a good lap.
Yeah, indeed.
I see a lot of green lap times here on the in lap. But let's see what we will get. Also, thank you, Franco and Dennis, for telling me that the thumbnail was up. As said, my OBS basically fucked up because and also with the sound, because I pressed settings and it should have saved, but for some reason it didn't, and that's why we had the problem that basically we missed like 1/3 of the session. Sorry for that.
Oh gosh. What a silly mistake we've made.
In 5 years, we can all talk about the missing footage of the 2023 F2 British Grand Prix qualifier.
So that means, at least that means no one will get to watch China's mistake. It'll be just the two of us. I'm glad to see it. As Zorbak is overtaking Parish.
Okay, I could actually show that.
No, no need. There is no need. Don't. We don't need to humiliate him.
We will have to humiliation.
No, please don't. Or I guess fine, and we will show it. On the first run, when it was pretty wet, China made an error. No, Flo, please stop this.
We are
I guess you want.
almost there.
Okay, there it was. On his flying lap, he went wide into club corner. And he stayed wide and ended up 9 seconds off the pace. I guess the first third of the session was radio, mainly.
No, it was nothing at all because also our voices couldn't be heard.
Fuck.
Yes, because OBS didn't save any settings. It didn't do the removing the thumbnail and also not applying my microphone, my headset being on. So it didn't find any device attached to my computer, and so it didn't record any audio.
Well, apologies for that. I guess we missed the intro as well. Anyway, Broster is out onto the racetrack. Well, I'm not sure I will be able to do after to do the race as well.
It's fine.
I'm going to be,
We can have
maybe
the
you.
race at just hearing the natural sounds of the cars as well. It's not a big deal if we don't have a commentary for once.
Broster will be starting his lap soon. He stayed on the pits on the second run. How will he do for the third run? Also, fun fact, since you didn't get to see, there was actually a dry patch at the very start of the session. There was a dry patch in Luffield, but now it's gone.
Yeah, I think the usual stuff about GP4 right now that it's not showing the rain actually appear on the screen
He's
visually.
getting impeded here by traffic. This is not good news for Alex Broster.
If he gets slipstream in a good way, maybe that can help. But he will
Slipstream in the wet conditions, good joke. But let's see how his first sector will be like.
needs to pass him. Doesn't look good. Personal best, but now he will be held up.
Yep, indeed. You can't. It's not easy to overtake, especially in these conditions. So I think his lap will be
Well, he
compromised.
needs to overtake now, otherwise it's done.
He tried to make it into cops. Still unable to make it work.
Parrish is
Well,
defending. Okay.
of course, Parrish wants to be in Parrish. If Parrish is behind when he starts his lap, he'll be compromised. Every man then out on its own.
No blue flags in the game for people who are on their out lap.
Yeah. Well, Broster's lap is ruined. Parrish will be hoping to get a good lap, but he'll have Broster hassling him for the Brits in lap. So we will see. Broster finishes the lap. No improvement. The Chelly. His first lap was great. His second lap wasn't great. His third lap is not great either. Kirby stayed in the pits. Gonzalez didn't improve. Clark, can he improve? Currently P7. Mays P7 after no improvement. Arnold, can he get an improvement in there? No, not quite.
Gonzalez was actually very close to improving, but he didn't quite do it.
That was close then. Asano Choi does not improve. Chow China improves to go into the top 10. He gets up at P9, gain 9 tenths there. Very solid improvement for the Thai driver. Kulisech is also on an improvement. The reigning champion of this category is in P12. Where is he going to end up? How about P7 for a change? Koenig goes to P2 meanwhile, gets in front of Zorbak. Great effort. La Rosa doesn't improve. Curtis, can he improve? Aaron, cross the line, no improvement. Zorbak, he was in P2, now he's in third. Can he get back into the front row? Let's see. As the German driver, I almost called him British. I'm sorry. As the German driver crosses the line, no improvement. Oskan improves to go P8. Third goes 15th. Chobot, can he improve? Adam Chobot,
Made a mistake for sure. Let's see
5 seconds
what
off the
he
pace.
did. Oh yes, look.
Into Cop's corner. He went too fast. He tried to take it at speeds that would be more appropriate for the dry weather conditions. But in the wet, it's definitely much harder. And Rioli, what did he do? He improves but remains in 21st. Or maybe he got in front of Corby. But still, only P21 for the men's second in the championship. Not good. Not good.
It is a German 1, 2, and 3. Or basically a German speaking 1, 2, and 3.
What do you mean?
Well, we have the Jelly, König, and Zorba. Both. All of them are from 1, 2, and
I mean, I know, but I didn't realize that the Chile spoke German.
I think he does,
That's
from
quite
what I know.
that's fun. That's fun news. That's interesting news. Then
I do have the
that's good to
feeling
know.
that he is from South Tyrol.
I see. Well, that could explain a lot, actually. As Curtis comes into the pits, you know who else is from South Tyrol?
But maybe,
Günther.
yeah, Gunther Steiner.
Yes, fuck.
Yeah, Franco just confirmed it basically, or he thinks the same as I do.
All right, so he is from South Tyrol. We do have 3 German speakers in the top 3. Then interesting, very interesting. As there's a car going out, looks to me like that is Corby. Yes, it is JP Corby.
Wants
Capital
to
Corby
wants to have
and his
the,
teammate going out as well.
yeah. I think Kobe wants to have the circuit for himself now because he's in that last.
Yeah, but this could. There's a chance this might be his last run.
Uh,
We're a little short on time, only 8 minutes left in this session. Yep, I won't be able to do the race, I'm sorry. I feel too tired. I'll just stay until the end of quali.
it's okay.
Corby is down to last place. Can he get any sort of improvement? We'll have to wait and see. We have some few more cars out on track, including the Jelly and also La Rosa. So here we go. Corby starts the lap. Can he get an improvement? He's down last place. He's going to need it. He was on pole last time out in Austria, but he dropped back quite badly, if I'm not mistaken. Where did he finish in Austria? He finished 11th after starting from pole, so unfortunately he only got the bonus points for pole in that race. Kirby currently is in 11th in the championship, having finished 11th in the last race. He got second in the very first race of the season in Brazil, but after that he has not scored points. Only once at the Misano race, which was San Marino. So he scored points there. He's up in the first sector, so let's see if he can get decent improvement and gain some more positions. F2 can be quite wild. One race you're starting on pole, the next race you're qualifying in last place, as Corby is experiencing right now. But this is only for the moment. You can definitely still improve and get out of that situation. He's 8 tenths up. This is a very strong effort. Could get him into the top 15. Maybe even better if he gets a great last sector. But yeah, top 15 is looking good for Kirby right now, Flo. Let's see where he's going to end up exactly. He's going to be close to Gonzalez. I'm not sure where exactly he will end up. Let's see. Can JP Kirby get himself into a good position on the grid for the race? 14th actually, very decent.
Yeah.
Gained some more time in the last sector, gained our 4/10. That's a very solid effort. Gets himself in front of Denholm as Gonzalez is up on his personal best. Rubinho Gonzalez is currently down in 16th. If you all know the meme of the guy yelling 16th after the easy top free thing. Let's see where Gonzalez can end up. He's currently up on his personal best. This is his last flying lap of the day. Where can the Spanish driver put himself? He can put himself in third. That's what he can do. That's a very, very strong effort. Fantastic stuff. Looks to me like Tomaselli will not be finishing this. Looks to me like Tomaselli has already finished this session. I don't think he'll be going out again in time. Although I could be wrong. Sana Choi goes out next. She does not improve. Michael Clark also does not improve. Broster is on an improvement, working the bridge driver and his lap. Let's see, this looks like a very strong lap actually,
Ooh.
and it's pole for Broster. He's stolen it from the Chile, and the bridge driver makes the fans go wild with that one. Fantastic effort from Broster. I knew that was a fast lap as Kulisic immediately steals the joy from Broster. Then Arnold steals. The track is getting drier. Track is
Yes,
finally getting
indeed.
drier, Flo. Kulisic held on for just 1 second before Arnold came and took the pole. As now Anderson is finishing his lap. He improves to go 12 fastest. He was up. He's gaining sector 3. Sector 3 is drying up. Curtis, red in the. He was in the red. He is still in the red. Koenig goes P4. How much things have changed on this last run? Can Andreoli steal pole? No, he can go 14th though. Parrish doesn't improve. You know who's starting? Is also on the lap right now. Kress. Kress is 6 tenths down on the leader, but with a drying up sector 3, could be gaining some more. Kress is currently in last. He's
He's a
1 second
whole
up as Denholm goes 7th.
he's a whole second up on his personal best at the moment. So let's see if he can convert that into an even better lap time.
Meanwhile, Andreoli and Anderson are together on next to each other on the grid as things stand. As Kress, what is he gonna do? What's he gonna do when they come for you? He goes P4. That's an incredible effort from last. It shows the track is drying, and this is shaking up the field quite massively. Arnold currently on pole. I thought for a second the Chile's pole time that he set at the very start of the session might not get beaten. Well, it's been beaten by 7 people. The Chile's dropped down to 8th place.
Let's see if
And
someone makes it out of the pit, but it
Thomas,
doesn't look like it.
if there's anyone going out, it will be Tomaselli. But don't forget, Zorbak is on a flying lap right now, I think.
Is he? No.
Yeah, no, he's coming in. So he's down in 13th. That's unfortunate.
Looks like no one is on a lap, so that is the qualifying session over.
That's it for quali then. Alexander Arnold is on the pole position. Great effort from the German driver. Fantastic stuff. He's in front of Oskan and Kulisec and all the others. But yeah, I think that's it from me. I really wish I could continue, but I'm feeling too exhausted.
It's fine, Rob. Just if you need some rest, just take a rest and come back stronger
I'll
next
like
time.
just send me the results in
Yeah,
the
sure.
morning, or send me the results because I want to know what happens.
Surely Franco has something done, maybe.
All
Let's see.
right, thank you. All right, thank you very much, guys. I love you all. Stay safe, and we'll see you again soon. I won't be doing the race. Maybe someone can jump in, but we will see. Until then, take care, guys. Bye.
All right. Now we just need to wait for me to set up the grid. Will take me around 6 minutes or something. Most likely I will not commentate the race though, because commentating races as a host is not really that nice to do. Too much going on.
Hello. Okay. Yeah. So this wasn't really planned, but I actually managed to find some time. I went for a piece.
No, thank you, Franco, for joining in. I just didn't unmute myself. Thank you.
No worries. All good. So, hello everyone. Joined here last minute. Really not planned, but yeah, nice to be here. And yeah, race is going to start soon. Arnold is on pole. Oscar second, and I have to actually I made a screenshot of the grid here. So yeah, we'll read the grid later, but of course this was the top three. Kulasach third, and yeah, Shane Robb has actually decided to course, as he was tired, is understandable. And yeah, I hope he can recover. And there we go. So I'm actually trying to open the video. There we go. And soon we will begin the race. I think it's going to be an interesting one. Usually, we always have seen interesting races in Silverstone. And we'll start with the grid. Alex Arnold will start from pole position in front of Samet Oskan in second. Then in third place, the last year champion of Formula 2, Wojtek Kulacek, with Adam Chobot in fourth. Then float, third row for
P5 is Tobias Kress and P6 is Alice. Wait, I need to restart.
yeah, because Koenig is 17th. Yes. Well, we'll be right back, guys. Yeah. It can happen. Of course, it's 2 months that any F2 race was streamed, so it was even a casualty for me to see that sorry, Koenig had a penalty. So well, that I was actually able to coach it. So currently the situation, by the way, in the standings is
Wait,
a
does he actually have a penalty? Because I just restarted because I forgot to
yes,
do the AI penalty,
yes.
the AI error. Oh, okay, he did. Okay, that's even better then. Otherwise I would have just postponed his penalty to the next race.
Oh, fair enough. Well, no, it's not your fault, man. I think that generally talking, it's sorry, not a month and a half that we're not streaming, but still, it's a lot of time. So
So Koenig has a
it's quite
penalty.
a lot.
I did it. What is it, 5 places or how much?
10 because he taken out his teammate
Okay,
quite aggressively from the race.
okay, just a moment, guys.
So, yeah, it can happen. So well, I was saying that championship right now is a deal between Thomas Anderson and Santino Andreoli. And during this whole time of, let's say, let's call it break, of course, now of OC is having flexible schedule. So I guess one of the best things we could have done to continue the series. So it's difficult to remember everything. And yeah, in this break, we have seen the contract system beginning, and we have seen that drivers in the top 3, for example, are already with a contract signed, with Thomas Anderson joining to McLaren for the next 2 seasons, and Santino Andreoli joining to Toyota alongside Franco Lopez in 2024, 1 year deal for him. A step, let's say a different step, because I don't think it's a step back going to DTM right now. Of course, it's a complete different series right now with the group of cars of performance already known since the beginning, or at least the estimated performance of the cars. So Rubinho Gonzalez joins to AF Corse with a surprising teammate with the name, and his name is George Rock, who has decided to leave the top class to make this step backwards, to make 2 steps forward. So we hope that in the future we can see George back in the top class. And yeah, well, soon we will see the grid and we'll start the race. Yeah, these days are quite great for me because I have rest days in general in terms of work. I don't have to work much, and it's good
Nice.
because also tomorrow is the party. I don't know how to name it.
I have a
The
marathon.
day of celebration for
Ah,
Italy.
yeah, okay. We have
Yeah.
the same.
Ah, you do. Ah, okay. Perfect.
I think every country, most of the countries here in Europe have actually.
Yeah,
In France, in
I think so.
Netherlands, in England, it's the
Yeah,
same.
I think, for example, UK doesn't have so. If I remember
UK does.
correctly.
I think it does because I,
What?
I think it does because I did talk to a customer today, and they told me they had a day off tomorrow. So,
Oh, ah, fair enough.
but yeah,
Yeah.
we are back. I will just share the screen for you.
Yes.
Here we go.
There we go. So, we were in fourth row. We had to change Mr. Koenig down to 17. That guy. Well, there we go. So we have read that the first two rows, we were in the third row with Kress and Broster, I think. Fourth row is now the Celli. Yeah, you can read Flo.
Yeah, we have Dicelli in P7 after König got demoted. Then we have Chao Chinat in P8. Ross Denham
And
in
then
P. Ah, yeah, sorry, because obviously we didn't. We only had one round at this
we
time.
can actually, we can actually, we can actually continue. I think we can do also the rest. It will be actually even more
Yeah, let's
nuanced
just
because
do that. Uh,
yeah.
we have Ross Denham in P9, and in P10 for dumps is Rubinho Gonzalez.
And we have on sixth row one of the heroes of UK, James Stott in 11th, then Nicola Zobak in 12th, Will Parrish in 13th, and Francesco La Rosa, who is the only driver yet to score points in the series so far. Then we have
On P15 we have Aaron Curtis, and 16th place is Thomas Anderson. In P17, we have Marvo König after his 10 place grid penalty I just applied. And in P18 is Santino Andreoli.
And then we have on the last rows of the grid Lorenzo Tomaselli and the massive patriotic guy Michael Clark. And on the last row, JP Kirby and Sana Choi. JP Kirby trying the reverse strategy after starting from pole in Austria and ending up in a disaster. Let's see the weather. Ah, dry. Okay, it's not UK.
Yeah,
And we start.
the UK moved somewhere else, it looks like.
Yeah, seems like climate change is getting crazy. And there we go. So
Just need to
let's.
hope that when the loading screen is over that we don't end up in a desert.
Ah, well, we could actually have a surprise. Maybe GP4 will bring us to a magic place. And let's see. So there we go. Arnold, 19 laps of fuel. And yeah, we are not in a desert, luckily. And there we go. So, first light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights is on. And the race is underway. Well, yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's underway. Alex Arnold starts quite slow because Samet Oskan takes the place in turn 1, but Arnold takes it back with a switchback in for turn 2. And Kurosachi third. Press is fourth. Then we have De Celli fighting with Broster. And Denholm here fighting with Gonzalez, I think. And yeah, so no crashes, no drama at the start, thankfully. And So here we go. Buster passed the Chelly, and we are seeing a lot of fights at the back with Tobak trying to pass James Start or defending from J Start. It seems like more defending by the looks of it. And Samet Oskan goes at Cops. Willie takes the plays on Arnold. Not yet. He could lose the position here if he. Okay, he doesn't try the attack so good from him. And yeah, so still everything is fine. And so Arnold keeps the lead right now with Kulasec in third, and then Kress trying an overtake around the outside. Will he go through? No. He actually breaks the but Kulasec goes on the inside of Oskan and takes the place. He goes up to second, and Kress as well. As past Oskan, little contact here between Oskan and Chobot. Chow China actually moves in front of the Chelly and takes 7th, and everything is fine. First lap is completed. Let's see if Chobo will go through in turn 1 to Oskan, and we're now seeing the replay of the small contact here that could have been a disaster, with Oskan possibly hitting the rear wing of Kress, who now goes through on Kulasec and takes the second position. What a start from Kress so far, Flo.
Yeah, indeed. That was a crazy start of the race. Chris really did a really good job.
Yeah, indeed, and actually needs important points for his championship tail, because right now he's quite at the back of the order in the standings. And right now we also have seen that Santino Andreoli is only 19th at the moment, while Thomas Anderson, if I've seen it correctly, is 16th or 17th. If I haven't coached it, but yeah, still Gemma 1-2 right now, because we have Arnold and Kress in front. Chow China is close to Broster, but still cannot make the move. We will try to make it before approaching Stowe. Probably Kress is getting close to Arnold. You have the slipstream of the Tony Grand Prix, and he goes through. It seems so. Will he go through? No. He stays behind. He will try to attack him a little bit later, but you have to be careful and have the momentum to do so with a better traction and a better exit later. So fastest lap from Oskan. It seems like that we can see a really close race, and meanwhile there was some action at the back, because we're seeing many position changes. And Chow China, he goes through on Broster and takes 6th place, and also it's important for him because he's outside the top 10 in the standings right now and he needs points. And meanwhile Kress is closing in on Arnold. Will he go through at Cops? We don't know yet. We are going to see it soon. And blow up from James Sturt. Luckily it wasn't nothing major, but it could have been worse. And meanwhile Kress is going through on Arnold at Cops, but Arnold stays in front and keeps the lead at the moment, with Kulasec watching the two fighting, possibly trying to find a way to pass them both in case both of them maybe makes some mess. And yeah, basically it happened because Kress here had a bad breaking point. He had to break earlier, and Kulasec goes through and retakes second. Oskan defends 4th place, with actually Zobak now in the top 10, and Andreoli down to 20th, overtaken also by JP Kubi. Let's see now Kulasec trying to attack Dominic, Alex Arnold, but didn't go through and stays behind, with Tobias Kress now with Oskan right behind. Yeah, follow. I think that this race could be really important with the strategy, especially maybe the undercut might be powerful here. I don't know,
Yeah,
what you think.
for sure. It's only a one-stop race, as most races or all races are in F2. So we will have to wait and see. But let's watch this action now. We do have a good fight for the lead, and Arnold is really defending pretty well at the moment, and he's getting away.
It seems like that now Kulasec is struggling a little bit. Tobias don't try the attack here. Oh, well, luckily he managed to slow down in time, because usually here you can get overtaken by another car if the other car is close to you. Now he might have the speed to overtake Kulasec. He comes, he's fast, and he retakes second. Tobias Kretz returns where he was before. So another chance to coach Arnold. Hopefully this time cleanly, without any error. And Thomas Anderson is right now in 15th. So well, as of right now, the situation is quite complicated for both championship, the major championship contenders, which are Thomas Anderson and Andreoli. So who could benefit from this is mainly possibly Arnold, because he's the one that is in the top 5 that is closest to the top of the standings as of right now. So we are now seeing Chao Chinat trying an attack to Adam Chobot, and he goes through. Great move here. The same move that Sebastian Vettel did in real life to Bottas in 2018, and the same does James Sturt on, was it Parrish? I think so. The Charlie, no, sorry,
Yes,
Kubi goes
Parrish.
through. Oh, Parrish. Okay, fair enough. Who was that? Kubi on through on a. Well, I'll see now the table what says. And now Kulasec is getting closer to Kretz. He might get him here, and it was actually Tomaselli, the driver that was overtaken by Kubi. Yellow flag. What has happened? Someone maybe has crashed. I don't know. No, it's a spin, and it's Chobot. It's Adam Chobot, who was 6 and has spun out, and now his chances of points are quite 0. So, oh well, that wasn't a great way to rejoin, but yeah. And in meanwhile, Chao China unseen by the cameras, because we are going to see it after this pain. Oh
Holy
man!
shit! Wow.
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! These Charus are quite.
That was very close.
Yeah, these Charus drivers are quite erratic on rejoining on track in situations like
Whoa.
this. See it with Koenig last race in Austria. Well, Gonzalez might have actually had some brown thing on his pants.
Yes.
But meanwhile, yeah, Joe China went through on Osgun, and yeah, yellow again. I think it's Joe. Sorry, Joe China. The Chobo trying to rejoin. Yeah, yellow's gone, so it was him. And yeah, Russell right now is 6, as we're seeing. Chao China at fastest lap from him. So it might be an important day for him, because it seems like he does have pace. So far, it's a complicated season for Fong Chanok. So I think that with this pace as of right now, he can actually try to coach at least Kulasec. But it seems like that Arnold is keeping his lead quietly well. So I think that generally talking in meanwhile here. Parrish is trying to tackle La Rosa. Andreoli is up to 18th, passing Lorenzo Tomaselli, and Sana Choi goes through Michael Clark, yellow flag. Oh no! Oh no, there's a crash here. There's a crash here, it's Adam Curtis. I think the one car that does have damage might be Thomas Anderson, and yes it is. It's the championship leader. It's the championship leader, Thomas Anderson. Oh, Chobota made a mistake here, and basically Anderson had no way to avoid him. And yeah, basically it was an unfortunate situation. I think that It's not even dangerous rejoin from Curtis.
No.
It's actually an unfortunate situation where Thomas had no way to avoid Aaron, and yeah, it has finished like this. So Thomas Anderson will have to pit race to forget ready for him, and yeah, Santino Andreoli thanks and is up to 16th, but the one who thanks more is probably Alex Arnold as of right now, because he's leading the race and he might get closer to the championship lead. So meanwhile, De Charlie now is defending from Dobak, Brave, and in front of them, Broster is defending from Oskan. As in meanwhile here, Andreoli is trying to get ahead of Marvo Koenig for 14th. And yeah, as in meanwhile, in the real life, Barcelona versus Inter has begun. And Kress is closing to Arnold. We might see another take soon. And oh man, goal from Inter. But in the meanwhile, Thuram has scored. Nice. And yeah, we were seeing an overtake, I think, for eighth. I don't know. No, I was wrong. And 40 seconds and Inter is out. Sorry if I say so, but yeah, it's the Championship League semi-final, and Kress will go through Arnold. Will he go through? Will he pull it off? Yes. Tobias Kress is leading the race. I actually don't know which was the last race win from Kress in Formula 2. I think it was last season, if I remember correctly. I don't really know, because I don't have actually the wiki in front of my face. And yeah, so meanwhile, Chow Chinat tries to go through on his teammate. Oskan is trying to get through, and actually Oskan has passed Brosser. What happened to Brosser? What happened to Alex Brosser? Alex Brosser is pitting, and oh, he does have an issue. It's an electrical problem. What a shame. What a massive shame. I was wondering what was happening to why Brosser dropped down so much in the order. Yeah, it's actually an electrical problem. A massive shame from me. Oh no! La Rosa hit him, so his championship will continue most likely with 0 points, and yeah, it's a massive shame. I was actually wondering why Oscar was closing so much on the podium places. So, and yeah, so La Rosa and Brosser pits, and yeah, I can tell you by the way that the goal from Thuram was actually absolute cinema. Well, that's another thing. And in the meanwhile, so basically, as of right now, Arnold is having Kulatech more closer than actually having Kress closer for him. Dobak tries to overtake his fellow German speaker, Dominic Decelli, who, as I said, is from Südtirol, if I remember correctly. I think he does, because I spoke to him once and I asked him where he comes from, and he said, so Zobak will try to go through here. Cops will go through. No, he won't. And in the meanwhile, there's Sturt right behind them, trying to attack them, and stays behind. As in the meanwhile, Chow Chanat got overtaken by Oscar. I think he got overtaken at Cops. But Chow Chanat, will he go through again? I think he does. Yes, he does. He takes back P4. So Oscar will have to do work again, but Start get ahead of Zobak and moves up to 8th at Cops. We're now going to see it again. Yeah, the same situation that happened with Kress before he finally overtook both Kulasec and Arnold again. And Andreoli now, with all of this math happening, has moved up to 14th, and Sturt actually now moves up to 7th after a beautiful move in turn 1, and Zorbach dives late and takes the position as well on the Chelly, and he takes back 8th as of right now. So as of right now, the situation is actually that we can actually say that Anderson and Andreoli are actually cheering for Kress for winning the race, because I think actually Arnold would have been closer in terms of gap. But yeah, Arnold had actually also a good fuel load, so I think Flo is going to pit around lap 16, 17, I don't really know, while Kress is lighter.
Yeah.
And oh, Koenig, a little bit wide. He keeps it on track. And well, Andreoli stays behind, but gets closer to him. He might overtake him at Cops. His teammate now goes around the outside of Dominic De Celli, who is losing a lot of. No, sorry, Dominic De Celli. It's Ross Denholm, and he stays behind. I actually confused the color of the cars because they're really similar. And meanwhile, Kress have 2.2 of gap in front of Alex Arnold. And in the meanwhile, I think Kurasach is closing in. Arnold and Parrish now does the same move that Zorbach have done the previous lap on who was that, the Charlie? And meanwhile here, battle between the iTech home race for them as well, so keep it clean. Rule number 1, guys, remember it. You need those points, so I think that your team principal is not going to be happy if you both crashes out. The situation is already desperate. You don't need to create another heartbreak for him. And yeah, Oscar is watching with passion this battle in the hope that these two will crash. Will Andre go through on Koenig? I don't think so. And yeah, I think Flo we might see Kress pulling away now, because I think Kurasec is going through. Yes, he does. And Kurasec goes up to 2nd. And Chow China now will try as well to pass Arnold, but he stays behind.
Let's see if Kulasek has the pace to catch up to Kress.
Yeah, we might see with fresh air in front, Kulasec trying to coach Tobias Kress. As in the meanwhile, Fong Chanok, Chai Chinat is closer to Arnold than actually Arnold is to now Kulasec, because Kulasec is pulling away. And now we have the Z stream. Chao Chinat switches the line. Will he go through? Yes. Chao Chinat is up to 3rd. Not yet, because Arnold responds. Let's see if Chao Chinat have the traction to respond, and I don't think he does. No, maybe yes, maybe no. Oscar is watching there with the eyes of the tiger, because he wants to get through. And I think now Chao Chinat will go through here at Meg Gertz. Yes, he does. What a beautiful move.
That was a
And he
really
goes
good
through the
battle.
curve. Yeah, and the two dumps are thanking Arnold, because he lost so much time, and he's offering to them the possibility to close in for the battle for the podium. Osgan tries, but nothing happens. So yeah, it seems like that the poleman is cursed. In any case, I think there was a contact. No, I was wrong. I actually thought there was a contact between the dumps, and it could have been a disaster. Andreoli is still stuck behind Marvel Koenig, but remains behind. And yeah, now it seems like really the poleman is quite cursed in this year's series, this year's Formula 2 championship. I mean, well, it's sad because, well, we've seen it with JP last race. We've seen it also with, I think it was Curtis as well, who was starting from pole and didn't add any pace a few races ago. And yeah, so meanwhile, we can see that Chobo is already recovered to 17th. Tomaselli seems like to be really struggling a lot. Yes, Chobo was quite at the back, and meanwhile here Ozkan is trying to pass Arnold. Gonzalez might go through, no. But Ozkan has lost the momentum. With James third, watching quite interested this battle for the top 5 in the hope to get through of both dams. But in the meanwhile, Gonzalez becomes the first dams on track because he has passed right now Samet Ozkan for 5th. In the meanwhile, there is a battle between the ARTs with the Scotsman, or in real life also is a sidecar co-driver, Ross Denham, in 11th. And yeah, that is closing in on Oscar. Or, oh jeez, nearly goal for Inter, sorry if I get distracted by that. But in well, Oskan is trying to pass Arnold, and the same is happening with trying to pass Oskan. Meanwhile, he remains quite clean here, and meanwhile, quite surely, I think the next lap we will see James third, for example, pitting 3.3. So I guess we will see pit soon. And Kirby now tries to go through on his teammate. He will stay behind, and he will probably try to pass him at Stowe, with Alex Arnold actually now defending from Gonzalez. And yeah, Dennis is asking who does have the fastest lap. I think it's Chow Chinat, if I remember
It's
correctly.
third, actually.
Oh, it's third. Interesting. So we might see maybe third. Oh, while Kirby has passed Denim, I coached it with with my highs. And yeah, Arnold is trying to defend. Possibly not a good strategy to put him on too much fuel for the first stint, as he will pit. No, actually, Gonzalez does have actually more fuel than him, so it's actually Alex having no pace at all. So yeah, Sturt is pitting this lap. I think we are seeing him and JP Kirby pitting this lap. So they will try the undercut. Let's see if it will be powerful. Next lap is going to be turn of Tobias Crest for sure. And meanwhile here, Gonzalez is trying to go through. I think he won't get through. He actually decides to stay behind, and Sturt tries to pass Oskan, but not worth it. Meanwhile, battle between the high-techs, with Chow Chinat trying to go through on Kulasech, but remains behind. So, and meanwhile here, Gonzalez has lost the momentum, and actually this mess has actually led Sturt to pass Oskan, passing him. So, good for him. And yeah, let's see where he will rejoin, if he will have maybe the traffic of Tomaselli. And yeah, in this lap, by the way, in this next lap, there will be the top 2 pitting, Press and Kulasech, and also I haven't seen it as well with pitting, as in the meanwhile, it's, well, wait a moment. Who is pitting this lap? Sorry, Flo, I cannot see it. And as meanwhile, Oh, it's also Zobak pitting. Okay. He rejoins, by the way, Start has rejoined right behind Lorenzo Tomaselli. So he does have to hope that he won't get too close to him. Meanwhile, here we are seeing Robinho Gonzalez still stuck behind Alex Arnold, and see who has actually joined the battle. It's Nikola Zobak. Getting closer to this group of cars, but Nikola Zobak is spitting this lap, so let's see if he can do what Start have done the previous lap on Oskan, so passing him. He might have the opportunity to do so, and let's see now. Slipstream does have the speed. Will he go through? Yes, he does. So the same thing that happened last lap with James Third has happened. Oh, well, what was happening here?
That
was
was
strange.
very. I think.
Yeah, that was weird.
Ooh.
What? Okay. That was a particular pit entrance from Nicholas. As you remember, the top two is pitting. Right here. Let's see where Crest will rejoin, because it will be crucial for him to not rejoin in too much traffic. Oh, you have to wait. You have to wait the entrance of Nikola Zobak. But Kulasic is still in the pit, so well, he has lost a lot, because 7.5 plus the second of 4 stop of waiting Zobak, and he rejoins just ahead of Michael Clark. So Kulasic is stuck in traffic, and it's not good.
No.
So Crest now have a big advantage.
Three cars in between them.
Yeah. By the way, sorry if I speak too fast.
No, it's perfectly fine.
Eh. Okay.
You do it on your pace.
Yeah. But yeah. Actually, Gonzalez is still stuck behind Alex Arnold. So as of right now, for how it's going, Alex Arnold is doing a pretty solid race. I think that the important thing for him is getting points at the end. And he tries to go through, but no. Nothing happens. By the way, there's no idea from the cars. And I just noticed this. Now Janet is pitting. Let's see where he will rejoin, if he will rejoin in front of his teammate. Going to be interesting. And yeah, Flo, I was saying that, yeah, the sound of the cars it's not here. Will Gonzalez go through on Arnold? No. Zobak have passed Lorenzo Tomaselli, so Zobak is actually rejoined behind Tomaselli. And yeah, meanwhile, Joe China is rejoining in front of Kulasic. No. He rejoins just right behind. Meanwhile, Andreoli still... No, actually, he's not still. He's now right behind Ross Denholm.
It's raining.
Oh, it's raining.
Yes.
Out of nowhere. Your weather forecast is quite accurate. And well, Andreoli has passed in the meanwhile Ross Denholm for 6th. So it's raining, guys. Yeah, it was too weird that England didn't have any rain at all. So welcome to UK. Yellow flag. No, Sanacho is out. First retirement of the day comes from air technical problem. Well, to be fair, it wasn't really a race that was going well for air. So at the end,
The tires rolling on the circuit.
I hope that it doesn't come the racing line. So let's see what has happened to Sana Choi. Well, he was going to pit in this lap.
Puncture.
And a puncture.
Left rear.
Nice job, Pirelli.
Rear left.
And there we go. Yep. Nice job, Pirelli. But nice. I think the wheel won't come in the racing line.
Yeah, there's also no car approaching that part of the circuit at the moment, so everything is fine.
Nice. Good, good. Would have been actually unfair to see someone with damage because of that. Arnold is pitting. And I think the same goes for Parrish. In this lap will come Rubinho Gonzalez. I think as of right now, as I dumped one too. Was as the rain right now, I think it's light.
Yes, I think it is very light and only for a brief period. I think it will not do anything, but at least it rained in Britain, so.
Yeah, yeah. Race homologated. Well, so Samuel Toscan is pitting in this lap. Sorry, Samuel Toscan, Rubinho Gonzalez is pitting this lap, and Miguel Cress here is passing Ross Denholm, and it's crucial because right now he does have a good advantage in front of Chao China, who has actually passed Wojtek Kulesec. I think it happened last lap.
Maybe he did after the pits already?
Oh, no, he actually was behind. Or he did. Let me see. Where is Kulesec? Oh, he actually... Ah, no, he actually did. So he jumped him. Well, I was actually confused by the color of the car of Choi because, well, the pink and the red are quite similar. So yeah, I got confused by that. And meanwhile, guys, 2-0 Inter. Dumfries has scored the second goal. Well, crazy game right now. A beautiful goal, by the way. And yeah, let's get back to racing. So Gonzalez comes in, and by the way, Gonzalez is actually someone who does need an important result because as of right now, he could get closer to the championship lead if he does finish in the podium at least. And Ozkan is going to be in this lap, and also De Celli as well, and Andreoli comes in as well here, and yeah, Denholm as well is going to be this lap. So as of right now, the situation will be with Kress in front, and I think Chao China and Kulesec. 30 is fourth, so he has actually jumped Arnold. Also Zobak now has jumped Gonzalez. Gonzalez rejoins quite behind.
Yeah, Gonzalez, so, yeah, I think had to wait a little bit in the pits. I think something happened.
Oh, yes. Yes. It lost time because of Clark coming in. And also, who was the car in front? I think it was Santino.
Clark and Andre Rowe.
Yeah, Clark and Santino. Oh, yeah.
Interesting tactics from...
yeah. The championship rival, huh? You can say that this could be disqualification for them in the meanwhile. Zobak goes through on Arnold for fifth because first, second, and fourth are yet to pit. So yeah, it's fourth. Oh, sorry, it's fifth place. Fifth place because yes, third is fourth virtually. So yeah, now I got it. And Tomaselli as well will have to pit, and Tomaselli will be the one who will pit. Last of all the cars, and Samatoskan comes in, and Ali as well comes in now. So let's see where he will rejoin. But it seems like though that the undercut is quite powerful.
Yes, really worked out pretty well because also there have been quite a few holdups in the pit lane for the guys who pitted a little bit later.
Yeah, for example, Zobak has gained a lot, and as meanwhile here, Chochanat passed Elon, who is yet to pit. Let's see, maybe Chochanat might have the pace to coach Kress. Samatos can rejoin since in 8th. Well, virtually this will mean that he's 7th. So wow, he has gained a lot of time. At least compared to Gonzalez. Oh well, goal from Barcelona, by the way, Yamal. And yeah, crazy game. But let's focus now back on the race as And meanwhile, here we are seeing Kurasech virtually third. So yeah, the last two cars that will pit will be Denholm and Tomaselli. As La Rosa will pit this lap, and really is quite a back. So yeah, not a good day from him for him. But yeah, Santino as well has said that he doesn't mind too much about it because now he does have what he was asking for. So if he gets the title, it will be a plus for him. As meanwhile, Broster now tries to attack Tomaselli, but well, the same thing that we have seen many times in this race has happened, and Gonzalez at least has recovered a position, and right now is virtually ninth because yeah, Denholm and Tomaselli are yet to pit. Andreoli is 16th as of right now. As Denholm will come in this lap, the same will go for Tomaselli. And actually, yeah, Arnold seems to be really slow. Yeah, the poleman once again is cursed. So yeah, you know, starting from pole might be not ideal. And meanwhile, Gonzalez goes through on Lorenzo Tomaselli, important for him because now this will create a gap between him and Alex Brosso, who's right behind. Oh, jeez, nearly goal from Barcelona. Sorry if I interrupt these things. And meanwhile, Ozkan is trying to attack Alex Arnold, but doesn't go through and stays where he is. So meanwhile, Samet Ozkan is closing in here. As I have the switch stream, not ideal line, not the ideal line to make the overtake. Maybe you will try to do it around the outside, but it's not going to happen. It stays behind. So yeah, Tomaselli and the Denholm are in the pits. So yeah, 2.4 by the way between Press and Chow Chanat. So Chow Chanat seems to be closing in. Denholm will rejoin quite behind, but he will be quite fast from now on. So going to be interesting to see what will happen. And he's 17. Well, it's going to be complicated, but never know. As meanwhile here, Broster does Broster have to pit again, or is fuel till the end?
Who?
Broster.
He does
No.
need to pit.
Well, yeah, unfortunately because he got the technical issue. In any case, the child is virtually in 10th. He doesn't need to lose too much time with him. Meanwhile here the battle for 6, because yeah, Arnold is virtually 6. Is extended to 3 drivers, but now might be 2 again because Oz can have the slipstream of Arnold, and he goes through. Yes, Oscar is 6. And now it's a deal between Parrish and Arnold for 7th. With Gonzalez closing in. Gonzalez is closing in. And this might be interesting. Parrish tries to go through, but no. Behind. Meanwhile, De Celli is still close to Brosser, but doesn't need to rush and attack because Brosser will have to pit next lap, I think. No, this lap actually. So yeah, no rush here because JP Kobe might be closing in. And yes, meanwhile, JP Kobe has recovered quite a bit of places. He was starting from 21st. Now he will be in 11th. So half of the 10 places gained. Nearly half of the grid have been passed by him. As in meanwhile here, Irish is trying to attack Arnold, off with Gonzalez, watching closely a possible drama between the two. As in meanwhile here, it remains close to Charlie and Broster. Now, Gonzalez has the slipstream of Parrish. Will he go through? Yes, he does. So now it's Gonzalez on trying to pass Arnold, who's really all over the place. And Kirby is now defending from Marvel Koenig, because Chobo is a little bit more behind. So yeah, now it's Gonzalez versus Arnold. Will he try the same attack that Manny did before? Yes, he does. But it's not actually a dive, it's actually an attack that actually comes from a normal breaking, and he goes through here. Gonzalez is 7, so Dams is 6th and 7th right now. With the Chelly closing in also in this group. And now is battling with Will Parrish. Meanwhile here, we're seeing Michael Clark trying to attack Adam Chobo. Not actually a good race for the man that does have the Britannia on his hurt. Quite too much, maybe. But yeah, by the way, Koenig now tries to pass Kirby, but stays behind. Let's see if these two will understand that maybe battling against each other won't help them to close on this group. For 8th, as they meanwhile, Sturt has closed in on Kulasic, and Parrish now goes through on Arnold. Well, a miserable day for Arnold from 0 to 0, say basically. Strategy that was not even the worst, just simply the car that didn't have any pace at all. As meanwhile here, yeah, Kulasic has dropped quite a lot in terms of pace, and yeah, Sturt is closing in. Let's see. We go through. Oh, no. Anyway, I actually haven't seen the gap between Chow Chanat and Press. Meanwhile here, battle between the two Tony GPs. And meanwhile here, meanwhile also here, Clark is trying to pass Bobo. So meanwhile, also Thomas Anderson has pitted and rejoined in 20th. 1.3. So Chow Chanat is really closing in.
Yes.
We might see.
It was.
We might see actually.
Did even go down further to 1.25.
I think we are going to see soon a battle for the possible last few laps battle for the win. So yeah, Charlie here trying to fight deal with his teammate. Now Sturt goes through, and he moves up to 3rd. I think that the crowd is actually cheering loudly for this move. And De Celli has moved up to 9th. But Arnold is responding. Will he respond? Will he stay ahead? No. De Celli has gone through and is now 9th. While right behind them, the two cars of Kirby and Koenig are coming closer. Gap before was 2.2 and now is 1 second. Probably even less now that the two Tony GPs were battling. Now it's 1 second. The gap between also between, by the way, Cress and China. Less than a second. 8/10 and off. China is coming close. And is chasing his first win. I don't know, I have to check actually. Moment. Okay, lots to go, by the way. Well, yeah, first win since 2022 German Grand Prix Formula 2. So a long time since Fong Chanok have won his last race, first and last at the moment. So the first time was so nice. I had to do it twice. Let's hope it's going to be the case today. Rim, Alex Broster, fastest lap. And fastest lap gets actually fastest lap point gets given to the driver that does finish outside the top 10. I don't remember if it's the case in this.
No, not anymore.
Top 10 or it doesn't get given. Apologies.
Yes.
Top 10. Okay. All right. I understand. Well, now the gap remains the same for now. Press is trying to picking up. Chanok watches quite closely the beautiful livery of Tobias Kress car. And Clark is trying to go through on Turbo for 14th. Meanwhile, Andreoli as well is in the train for 10th for the last point available. Now Kulasic seems to be losing time. As in the meanwhile, Clark goes through on Chobo, Britannia all over the place. Now the gap seems to be a little bit less than before, 0.7. And meanwhile, Barcelona have tied 2-2. It's fair run. Lopez. Yeah. Oh. Now seeing how China getting closer and closer, 0.5 now. And Ozkan goes through on Nicolas Zobak and goes up to 5th. Yeah. 3 laps to go. Now it's 0.4. The battle is getting intense. At least we can feel the intensity of the battle, even if there was no attack yet from Chanok on VS. But we might see an attack this coming final laps. Yeah. Now it's closing in. And we might see a attack now. Even tries to create an intimidation on Tobias. Now he does have a good slipstream. Or so. Will he go through? Will he not go through? We don't know yet, but now he's more closer than ever. China does have the slipstream. Will he go through? He goes through here at Stowe. He takes the lead of the race. Yes. Yes. Fong Chanok Chow China takes the lead of the race with now 2 laps to go. And it will be his first, it could be his first win since last year in Germany, as I said before. So, Tobias Kress now, I think that does have to stay where he is and takes points home because he needs them. As meanwhile here, Santino Andreoli is trying to attack Marvel Koenig, while Chobo has passed again Michael Clark. And yeah, now the gap between Chow Chanat and Krez is increasing, so Chow Chanat might be safe. As in the meanwhile, we might see a last lap battle for 4th between Samet Oskan and champion of last year, Formula 2, Wojtek Kulesek, who, as of right now, is having the best race of the season. Difficult adaptation for him with iTech after moving from Prema, who has decided to retire from Formula 2 to switches the focus on DTM. And yeah, now Oscar is closing. He does have the slipstream. Yes. Oh, sorry, I thought there was a goal. And meanwhile here, Oscar cannot go through. As meanwhile here is going to be the last lap of the race. Now, Andreoli now does have the slipstream of Michael Koenig. Will he go through? Yes, I think. Yes, no, yes, no, no. Initially, it seemed that he would have gone through, but no. Meanwhile here, Oskan is still behind Wojtek Kulesic. And the gap between Pongchanok and Kress is 0.7, so it seems to be safe enough for keeping the lead. And yeah, well, Thomas Anderson has passed his teammate for a miserable 19th, a day to forget for top 2 in the standings. With actually the closest competitor that is going to close the gap to the lead is Gonzalez, while his teammates Sametoskan finally goes through on Wojtek Kulesic in the last lap at Cops. Nice move from him. And it's like that also Arnold will keep 10th. By looks of it, but in the meanwhile here is the man of the day. No one expected, to be honest, to see him winning this year, at least judging the last few rounds, but he does. Pongchanok Chow China takes his first win of the season in his first win since the 2022 German Grand Prix. Congrats to him, congrats to Tobias Kress in second, getting his first podium of the season, and James third, getting a home podium soil. Simon Toscan is fourth. The 2022 champion, F2 champion, Wojtek Kulesic in fifth. And Zobak sixth. Gonzalez seventh. Parrish eighth. Decelli ninth. And Pullman Alex Allen as if the pointing tap. Then we have Kirby, Koenig, Andreoli, Chobo, Clark, Daniel, Broster 17th. Well, shame for him. And Tomaselli in a lowly and disappointing 18th. With actually the cars that have pitted twice even closer to him. So yeah, to tell you how disappointing was his race today. So congrats to Fong Chanok for the win. And actually I now realize that Trident have closed the race in the last 2 positions. The race completely to forget for them. And yeah, it was a fun race, Flo.
This race was really nice to watch. We had action like all the time throughout the race, with the battle for the lead in the end as well.
Yeah, with the last 2 laps win, so yeah, nice show. Yeah, as I say, Fongchan Chachanat wins the race in front of Tobias Kress in second, then James third in third, Samet Toskan in fourth, Wojtek Kulasic in fifth, and Nikola Zobak in sixth. Rubinho Gonzalez seventh. Will Parrish is eighth. Then Dominic DeCelli ninth, and Alex Arnold in 10th. Then JP Kubi 11th, and then Flo.
We have Marvo Koenig in 12th, Santino Andreoli 13th, 14th place we have Adam Chobot, then 15th is Michael Clark, Denholm is 16th, Broster is 17th after basically getting handed a penalty and also kicked in the ass by getting a problem in the race. Then we have Tomaselli 18th, Anderson 19th, La Rosa 20th, and basically the two Tridents rounding off the grid with Curtis and Sana Choi retiring with a puncture.
Yeah, it was a spectacular day. So Alex Broster gets the fastest lap. So I guess no one will get the fastest lap, or it goes to Stud.
Campos double win in the fastest lap section. And then we
Yeah.
have dumps. No, we did have that in the past, but now it's only for the top 10.
Okay, so Sturt gets the fastest lap. Ah, no, so okay, it's only for the top 10, so no one.
Yeah, this top 4 is interesting.
Yeah. So I guess no fastest lap for no one.
Yes. 0
Okay,
points for the fastest lap.
All right. I actually forgot this because
Yeah, I think in 2023 I made the new rule for the first round. I almost forgot it myself,
Okay.
but I think if I remember correctly, I scratched it for the whole 22 places. It's only the top 10.
All right. Fair enough. And yeah, fair rule as well because yeah, it's more fair in general.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it was a last minute commentary for me. It was fun. Well, it was definitely better from my way, but at the end, it was fun. It was fun to be with Flo, with you guys that you have seen the race. Hope you had fun. I think you did. And yeah, see you guys the next time Formula 2 will be on, hopefully soon. Good evening, guys.